Okay.
We're live.
Mm-hmm.
Hello everyone, I'm Lauren Piston. We're going to be doing a lot of detail work today, so bear with me. We're Harry Potter Potterheads. Welcome. Right now we're going to start on the side with the Dementor. I don't know if you guys saw the previous comments of kind of the design that I'm hoping for. But right now you can see I've already kind of gone over it. What I do is I kind of figure out my sketch and do it with Sharpie. And then I use the OPAWZ coloring pencils to kind of block out some color so I can see the design, because sometimes the Sharpie can get a little sloppy. So I have a pretty fine brush here. Let me go in. Sorry about the delay. None of us are technically savvy. All right, so this is definitely when you're going to be doing design work. You want to work with a dog that's still. So I'm just kind of going slow. Don't sit. This is also the first time I've done a tutorial with this much stuff to do. So bear with me. Okay, let me take the table up just a minute. All right. So like I said, and the other thing, I'm probably going to be really focused on trying to get as much done today to show you guys as possible. I will be looking through at questions at the break. So I'm starting off with my super black. I don't really mess with isolator at this point because a little blur out from the black isn't going to bother me so much. It's going to add depth. And if you're trying to put isolator and draw in detail, you're just going to be here forever. Our dog's already like, is it sitting time? This is Aria. And this is Caitlin and Tekla. This is their baby. If you guys recall, she was our pumpkin girl. Our Nightmare Before Christmas. So when doing detail work, you want to make sure that your brush is got enough dye on it, but you don't want it to be blobby because you really want your lines to be smooth. And I go through pretty slow. Most of the things, like a little bit of a blurry line, you can fix with color work later. If I'm sweating bullets, it's because I'm like, beep. Lots of beep.
Oh, and to answer a question, we did shave her down with a 7-blade this morning.
Yes. And she's had a little bit of lifting. She's an Aussie Doodle. So some of her spots were a little bit dark, but I'm kind of considering Harry Potter is such an ominous thing. A lot of this spotting is going to play in my favor because it's going to look like clouds. I had to redo my Dementor because the first one I drew was pretty flamboyant. He was a very like, oh, Harry Potter. I've done a lot of cussing with this one, but that's how you know you're doing it right. Nothing comes easy. All of us in this room are Slytherin. I don't know what other teams we're bringing in. Who's watching? What teams we got? But we're definitely all about the snakes in here. All right. So I will say, if you're going to do pieces like this, it's pretty tedious. This tutorial isn't really labeled time-wise because I'll try to get as much done as I can. It also depends on how Ari is feeling. We're going to definitely get this outline done and go through a lot of color isolating tricks and how to keep your colors from blending too much. And then you may have to stay tuned for the final design if we don't get all the way through it, but we're going to try. We have probably 4 or 5 things to detail out. When I go to rinse her with this, I'm going to use cold water to make sure there's not a lot of blur. Things like, so the badger face here, you can see this white. I put a little of the OPAWZ color pencil in there because those kind of help you keep it from smearing. I want that to stay nice and white. Also, when I was drawing this design, I got a little big, and Aria is not that big, so I had to kind of redo some stuff. All right. If you guys do have questions, Tekla can read them out to me, but...
Yeah, we have one. What kind of brushes do you prefer? Like natural or synthetic brushes, stiff or soft?
I go, it just depends on what I'm using. I kind of like the synthetic because it's stiff, and I like them to be pretty firm. You don't want a loose brush because you're trying to draw these straight lines. I get like paintbrush sets. I get the really nice ones for the color work, and then I get like kind of crappy ones for like isolator work or bleach because that's going to destroy the brush. Right now, this is just a simple like slant point. These are going to be easier to do detail when you have the other brushes. Like this kind of brush isn't going to work very well for doing detail because it's going to do this. And this doesn't. Kind of stays stiff. So that's the ones you want to use. I want you guys to keep in mind when you start doing detail work, things are never going to end up like you want them to. It's always like that. But you have to consider it like happy accidents. And just remember that you're doing creative and you're also working on a dog. So you can't expect perfection. But also if you make an accident, you can make it into something cool.
Just happy bushes.
Happy little bushes. These guys, all these designs, I tried to make them as simple as I could. When I'm looking for references online, I like to look at Tattoo Flash, merely because Tattoo Flash is pretty simplistic. It's a good design to reference, and you want strong lines like you would be tattooing someone. So if you're going to be doing a concept, I would Google those kind of images, because plus if it's Flash, they're going to show you like the outline a little stronger, so you can base it off that. And that's kind of, I went and looked up like Harry Potter Tattoo Flash, except for the Dementor, which is why he ended up being kind of like, wee. Now he's fine. He's scary now. For example, like this guy and like Ravenclaw, of course, are going to be pretty black. I'm not going to fill him in black because I'm going to be using so much highlighter on him to kind of show off his attributes so he's not just a shadow. So that black I save for when I'm actually doing color. So that is why we're just going to get the outline in first. Is my sister texting me? Is there something wrong with the video?
No. Looking good on this side. Trying not to be shaky, but...
No, you're fine. I'm just making sure that it's not sideways like the other time. I didn't know the entire time we were filming. So as you can see, it's just kind of like a tedious thing, going kind of slow. With this, I'm not so concerned about cleanest outline because, like I said, he's going to be majority black, but he's also going to be highlighted in green. Caitlin, can you go up again? Mm-hmm. This is one of those pain-in-the-ass light tables that only short people can really utilize. So my husband had to modify this one. I love the light, but I'm also not 4 feet tall. So that's fun. Because, you know, none of us have back pain. That's not a thing. We're all like in perfect shape, right, guys?
And how do you prep the coat for color?
Prepping the coat for color, you want to make sure you're using like a good clarifying shampoo. You can always put moisture back in the coat after you're done. Plus the dyes have enough oil in them that they're going to moisturize. But you want a nice dry coat just because oils are going to smear your color. She's like, but I want to wiggle. Stop it. She sees something. She sees Caddy. Caddy, quit being a distraction. We have a famous shop cat, and she usually doesn't move, but she's moving now. Because she's a cat, and she's like, oh, human, what can I do to inconvenience thee? So I'm trying to go as quick as I can, because I really want to kind of get to all the things with you guys, but detail work's kind of hard for me to do a tutorial on, because this is all about just kind of patience and what I'm doing, what you're seeing me do. Taking your time. Trying not to freak out about it. I also am one of those go big or go home kind of people, so I was like, I'm just going to make the biggest detailed job that I've done for a tutorial. So we're just going to go in. Also, as you can see, I'm kind of using the skin and stretching as I go to kind of try to keep those lines as clean as possible. We've almost got the Dementor in. Not open. Can we get in Saturday?
I have a 400-pound Bernedoodle and $20.
Can I get it? I was hoping that you could brush out all the mats and do an e-comb. He's a puppy. His breeder said not to groom him for the first 2 years.
He's matted, but it's not all the way to the skin.
I would consider him like just a large dog, not an XL. I mean, he's only 220.
When I was a kid, we had a dog way bigger.
He's a small Saint Bernard. Ugh. We have a Newfadoodle. Click. I'm sorry, we don't have a very good connection. I'm gonna need to see $300 up front.
As we're bashing on doodles, yet working on a doodle.
She's a little doodle. This is a project that would have been great on Chewbacca, if you guys remember the like zombie poodle doodle, because he's huge, but also he's huge. I would have been like, this is 5 tutorials. See how long it takes Lauren to cuss. I don't have any good new jokes, or I can't think of any right now.
It's our Sunday.
It is. I wanted to sleep in. In order to get to you guys today, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. because of all the animals I take care of. So, loved. So, this area here, I kind of oopsied and put the line in. I didn't mean to, but there's a cloud right here. So, I think what I'm going to do is just shadow that guy out. Oops.
Happy little bushes.
It's a happy little bush cloud. All right. Clouds I like because I'm just like, this looks good.
Dylan asked that they want to carve a design into their poodle instead of doing just a flat scene. Will you be doing any of that in this live?
Probably not in this live because this is like a bunch of detail work. So there's a lot to get accomplished. So I'm probably going to run out of time for things like that. What I could do is later I can do like a carve out on this and videotape it and show you guys. Carving, everybody has different ways that they like to carve. I use the OPAWZ carving tool a lot. And then I'll go in with like my Bravera with just the edge and get the carving. And that's one of the best ways to do it. I like the OPAWZ tool because you can kind of sit there and get, like if I was carving this out, you could get most of your carve out and kind of get your little smaller lines and then use the Bravera to get your bulk. So it kind of gives you that ability to kind of be more detailed with it. I can show you that tool in a minute. Take a look at that. Believe me, I would love to do some carving with this, but this was more about detail. And she's also a 7. So there's not much, I mean, besides going to like a 40, and that won't really hold any color. And we want color. I don't know what that line is. What is that line? Is that, what was that? Oh, that was a freaking feather. I'm like, what is that? That's the other problem with doing this kind of work. It's hard to see what you're doing sometimes, especially when they have spots. So right now we're just doing a cloud. All right. The raven is also, like I talked about, this is going to mainly be black, but we're going to isolate out some highlights here because or it's just going to be a big black blob. I have a bias against Gryffindor, apparently, because I cussed out the lion on the other side like 20,000 times. Such a Slytherin.
My guess is the majority of groomers would be either a Gryffindor or a Hufflepuff.
You think most groomers would be a Hufflepuff or a Gryffindor?
Slytherin or Hufflepuff. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
misspoke.
was like, wow, there's,
No.
what groomers are you hanging out with? You make us sound so nice and pleasant.
No, a whole bunch of Slytherins and Hufflepuffs.
It depends on what time of the year. Everybody's Slytherin during Christmas.
Oh, we got a Ravenclaw.
I love Ravenclaw. I am like, when I went to go for my houses, they were like, you're a toss-up between Ravenclaw and Slytherin, which I'm cool with. I do like to read a lot when I have time.
And Crystal says she's a Hufflepuff.
Oh, so we've got to have a Hufflepuff in the crowd. Badgers are adorable.
Going to a 10, will that affect how the color holds?
Yes. You want to leave yourself enough hair to have color stay in. What's going to happen with a 10 is you are able to get a design, but then in a week it's just going to grow out and you're not going to have any of your color. So as you can see, I'm still working with some hair. What is it?
Oh, Caddy wants to see. Hi, kitten. Okay. Show yourself off to the world.
I think she's like, you guys normally aren't in here. It's the Caddy show. That's our cat. That's Caddy Cadaver. All right. Caitlin, can you go up?
Natalie says, is anyone surprised I'm a Slytherin?
Or is that our Natalie?
Yeah.
Not at all.
You think we're surprised?
No, we thought you were a Hufflepuff, bitch. Because you're so outgoing and chipper.
Such a pleasant person to be around.
Yeah, you're such a lovely person. You never cuss.
We love you, Natalie.
We love you.
There's a lot of things I'd like to say.
Is this like a mainly dominated Slytherin shop?
I
Is Lakota on there? Lakota, what are you? I don't know what Lakota is.
think Lakota, Hufflepuff or yeah, between Hufflepuff and Slytherin.
Yeah.
I can't talk.
I'm thinking Tabitha would be like a Hufflepuff
For sure. I think she's a Hufflepuff.
for sure.
Cece's definitely a Hufflepuff.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Mel Slytherin.
That's for sure, yes. Sneaky, slippery little snake. I'm a slippery little snake.
The Krista who's coming to work with us, what's her last name?
I can't say it without fucking it up. Is she on there?
Does it
I
start
think
with
so.
a B?
It starts with a B.
Yes. Hi, Krista.
Hi.
Hi, Krista.
Krista says pay attention to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't.
What
we
house
don't,
what house are you, Krista?
She said that she was a. Where'd it go? Hufflepuff.
She's a Hufflepuff. I can see it. She loves Disney so much. It's like, that's a Hufflepuff. We don't have any Gryffindors, huh? We've had every house but that. That's why I couldn't do that damn line, because, and I'm glad, because then none of you are going to be mad at me like, you made my house look like dirt.
House discrimination. Whoop. Hold on.
You dropping it?
So, yeah, we are not tech savvy, but at least we're filming the right way. This is kind of like just going to be me talking and you watching me do stuff, because this is basically all I can give you right now. I've already had like 5 anxiety attacks about this design, but it was my big idea.
Same.
Also, Tekla and Caitlin are obsessed with Hufflepuff, Harry Potter.
Yes.
And I want it, since this is their dog, they get this amazing dye job, and it has to be something they like. I think next year I'm going to do Universal Monsters.
Ooh.
Because I really would like to do like a big creature of the Black Lagoon and Frankenstein fighting. And I'm all about the Bride of Frankenstein.
Or you could just do a Killer Clowns from Outer Space dog.
There we go.
Oh, Dylan's a Gryffindor. We have not started the line yet. That's on the other side. So you have not missed it.
No, the lion is... Oh, he made me mad.
You bad lion.
It's just... When I drew out the design that you guys saw, Arya's small, so I knew I was going to have to kind of rework this to work for her size.
Chicken legs.
And she has little chicken legs.
I did not mean bad as in poorly done. I meant bad as in naughty.
Yeah.
As that was coming out of my mouth, I knew it was wrong.
I didn't take it like that. Like, let's hope it's not bad. Like I said in the beginning, happy accidents. Like, don't accidentally sketch a penis. It's happened before in the shop.
Don't worry, we cleaned the mirrors off.
Yeah, thank God. My staff likes to draw penises on my mirror, and I don't notice them for like 2 weeks because I'm the owner of the shop and my brain is everywhere. And then I look over in my mirror and I'm just like, wow, who drew the veiny one? You guys are gross. Because groomers are all so mature. It was Sarah that was like, do you see that freaking lipstick over there? Look at that lipstick. Look at your lipstick on the mirror. And I'm like, thanks, Sarah. Ooh, Sarah might be a Hufflepuff. I don't know. She's a mix because she can go dark.
I think she's like Slytherin, Hufflepuff, like what's
Hybrid.
that called? Hybrid, yeah.
She's a hybrid.
Yeah. Caddy agrees.
What is it that you want right now?
Caddy doesn't belong to a house. She is Hogwarts.
She is Dumbledore.
She is the professor over Hogwarts.
Yeah, she's like, I'm pretty sure that she's just pissed that we're here. I like when I show up and she's not expecting me, and then you ever see her face when she sees
like,
you
"Oh,
from
wow."
outside the glass? She's like,
Who are you?
and I'm like, hi, and she's like pissed about it. All right, so these are supposed to be tree branches, which is why I put the brown in there, so I wasn't like, what the heck did I draw?
You stayed.
The fun.
Oh, Arya said fun too.
She did. She's like, tail, fun. Who's working today and watching this? Is everybody off? I mean, most grooming shops are closed on Mondays.
Stay. Tickle.
I also, for you guys in the area, eventually want to do some live, actually, where you can come in and I will work with you on your own dogs as well as show you stuff in person. So I'm working on that. And that will be a lot more fun because I feel like some of this stuff is going to be best if I have, like, I would have a dog and have you come up and work with me so you could see it. Because that's the problem with hands-on things. It's a lot easier to do hands-on. I would suggest when you guys start, of course, do not take on a project like this. You're going to cuss yourself out so much. I've been doing this for a long time, so I've worked my way up to these huge designs, and they're very exhausting. I would start with the easiest place to do on a dog is like here on the bottom, because they can sit down, and you've got like, it's firm, that most dogs don't have too much wiggle there. If you're picking a dog that you want to do detail on, make sure you know the dog. Because if you get the... Do not do it on a corgi, Krista. She's like, no, I want to do detail work on my corgi. Because this is... We had to think about which dog. Their other dog is great too, but she's just like, cookie, cat, cookie, Good. Good. Cookie. Oh, somebody's pooping.
She left us a stinky one earlier.
She's just like, get the hell out of my shop or I'm going to just shit you out.
Said, "Is your day off? You should not be here."
Okay, so we're making good way. Since I did so much detail-y kind of stuff, I'm doing a lot of like really simple filler like this. Because I'm trying to not distract. You don't want it to be too busy. And considering this is really busy, you really want the eyes to go to your houses and the middle piece. So that's why the backgrounds are going to be a lot of black, a lot of smoke, a lot of spirals and things that are just going to keep your eye. These are fun. This is straight lines. This is Caitlin tries to sneak this into every design I've ever done. I figured I'd put it in for her.
Krista says that he has his tail, feet, and ears done right now.
I saw. It says, didn't you do the blue? Tabby's just fucking boogieing.
She is getting her steps in for the day.
She's got a little cat Fitbit. She's like, I did 1,000 steps. I better knock it off.
Nap time.
1,000 steps is the cat. Krista, are you excited to come? We're excited for you. You're going to have to deal with all of our antics all the time. All right. This is the quietest you will ever see this freaking place. I just want you guys to know that I love all of y'all because we have all agreed to come in on our day off to this place. Right, girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Arias. I messed up so many times. I had to waterless shampoo. That's the other thing you guys can know is if you mess up with your Sharpie, it comes off with waterless shampoo just fine. Does not stay. And then we get to do a fucking circle. Oh, we only made it this far without me cussing.
No, you have a few times.
Fuck isn't a cuss word.
I cuss a lot. I'm Southern and I cuss. Look at happy little accident. Try and make sure you guys can see what I'm doing as well as trying to hold her still because this is a triangle and it's not. You would, these designs that are like straight lines and circles are going to be your hardest ones. All right, eating little badger. So I want you guys to know that the badger is going to have toe beans. Beep, beep, toe beans. Toe beans. It has toe beans.
Beans.
Little Hufflepuffs. You're going to have cute little badger feet. It's the friendliest badger you'll ever meet.
It looks like a Pooh Bear badger, and it looks like he's carrying a little honey pot.
It is, and it's got an H. He's a happy little badger. That is not, like, I want to remind you guys, if you see a badger in person, don't touch it.
Run.
Well, that's the thing I don't understand, is, like, Hufflepuffs are supposed to be, like, pretty sweet, but their mascot is, like, one of the biggest jerks of the animal kingdom.
Okay.
Like, a honey badger will be like, you're dead because you just walked over here.
I feel like I'd rather get on the bad side of a Slytherin over a Hufflepuff.
Snakes are also like, I can't fit you in my mouth, so I'm just done with you. See you later. I'm just going to slither on by like a slippery little snake. Also, making noises when you do stuff like...
Sound effects are a must.
It helps you get that design in.
It aids the saturation.
I also cussed a little bit about this badger. That's why I delayed this tutorial, because I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to get all this outline on before 10 a.m. And I don't think you guys wanted to watch me do that. It was a lot. Okay, little nose. I'm only going to paint in the top of his lines up here because I've got to paint in his eyeballs too, and that's in the black, so I don't want to mess myself up. And luckily, Aria is the perfect tones to have gray already, because gray is one of the hardest colors to make with dye. Your best bet if you're going to do gray is to take the OPAWZ, just regular black, color dilute it, and then don't let it sit for very long. Like do like a rinse, and then you're going to get a nice black. What are you?
Jumbo Jim kitty cat.
I can't tell what that is. I'm just going to put some little happy little blobs in your fingers.
Beans.
The beans. Sometimes I'm like, why do I do this to myself? I could have just done one big design and been like, nope. I'm crazy. Shut up, Caitlin. I agree with that too much.
We're all crazy, okay?
That's why I hired you. It's just like, she'll make me look better. What's cool is like she already has like orange, like gold little knees. Ah!
Your badger's running away.
She's like, don't you make fun of my knees. You're standing in a weird angle now. We would be playing like some fun music, but Facebook likes to be a jerk and then be like, this isn't your music, and then you guys would have no audio and you'd miss like everything. 2.5 hours of me talking shit. Okay.
Probably find some like public domain classical music or something.
All right, I'm gonna get a teeny tiny itty bitty brush so we can get some toe bean action in. Okay, let me go put it there. Aria's like, I'm ready to move. I'm gonna make the toe beans like pink.
No.
Nope.
No boofs. No boofs.
Oh, that lady that likes to stare at our window all the damn time.
We're in a
At least you didn't
fishbowl.
knock on it this time.
Yeah, I'm like, go to the bar and drink your booze.
But puppy dog.
That means she's on the way to the bar and she's going to be back in like 2 hours.
Stay.
That time she'll be a knocking.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Let's go to the dog grooming shop and knock on their window. All right. The other thing that's probably going to happen to you when you do this much detail is you're going to realize when you wince off that you forgot some lines. But that's why you just do some black while you're doing color. Okay, toe bean time, girl. Just want to get that line in there. I'm just going to round that. Okay. All right, and now it's time for some happy little clouds. Just happy. We do not have happy clouds in Seattle right now. They're like,
windy clouds.
they're like, you can go eat one clouds. I don't know if Jessica's on this thing, but I know she lost power and was using her white girl candles to keep light. I'm not judging you, Jessica. I, too, am a fan of the pumpkin. I made pumpkin curry last night, and it was freaking delicious. You can buy pumpkin curry at Trader Joe's. So good. Are you being like Cece?
Twirling the hair.
But we did mix the whole thing of black.
Yes, I went ahead and did the whole thing because I'm going to be using it later. When you're going to do these kind of things, it's good to, like, I don't know if you guys saw my sketches. I can show you guys how to do those sketches. It's pretty easy on an iPad with an Apple Pencil. You just get a stencil of whatever dog you're doing, and you can kind of draw and get your ideas. I never actually live by them. I also like try to work with what the dog has going on. That's a side. Okay.
Returning her.
Oh, open her? Okay.
Don't smear anything. As you guys can see, we have this outlined in. Ooh, spooky, scary. Aww.
Okay. Turn around.
What a good girl. All right, let me go on the other side of her.
Sneaky snake.
No snake, no snake. Snakes are also not fun to draw on dogs. I'm just going to let you know right now. Caitlin's like, that's not a big enough head. It's a little snake head. All right, so my freaking thing is a little too messy, so I'm just gonna wipe this off.
Is it true that black intensity diminishes if it sits out, not on dog?
Any dye is gonna lose its power. Considering the super black has like that kind of like not ammonia, but a mix that has to saturate over time, it will get kind of brassy if you leave it out. It's gonna kind of get a yellow tone. I'm not worried about it out for me doing this because I'm gonna put saran wrap over the top of this, so it's not gonna have as much air, and it'll be fine for today. About that Newfie Doodle. Do you think you guys have time tomorrow? I want a show standard cut.
$1 million.
I want a breed cut on a hybrid dog, please. Meh. They must have heard me talking shit. So we're just gonna call the other shop. D, who should not be named. That other shop is our Baltimore.
See?
And in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix this so it doesn't rub on black.
Okay. It's kind of like if a kid drew a snake. Because, you know, snakes are a lot.
And how long will you leave the black?
I usually let the black sit for 30 to 40 minutes. It's going to be perfect because by the time I'm done with all this, I'll probably just have to let it sit for like 20 minutes or so. What'd you say?
A smidge longer.
A snake? You said a little snake. Okay. I'm going to pull up my reference design. I need more coffee. That's the wrong one.
See?
So see, I have my design to reference here. And if you guys have questions about how to do that, like how to draw out your things, I can teach you about the program. I love that because it's like the cool thing about doing it with an Apple Pencil is you can use these apps, and if you mess up, you can go back. You don't have to just tear the paper up. Why are you shaking right now, sweetie? Oh, it stopped.
Probably me. My bad.
Looks like we'll be able to get this whole outline down, and then we're going to take a little breather and let this puppy have some puppy time. Get our colors mixed. And then that's where the real work begins. I mean, outline is the biggest pain in the ass. I can never figure out which is worse, like trying to get the dye into all of this or just getting this all drawn on a dog. And dogs need to be able to be dogs. You got to give them breaks. They need breaks. You're okay, sweetheart. Is she cold? The heat kind of went down again.
Yeah, she might be getting cold from the...
Because she's necky. I can stop if you want to check the heat.
Okay. Turn it up in just a second.
Alright. Doop doop.
Stay.
Slivering. Don't, what do you, oh. She's like person in parking lot. Do not move this leg. I feel you about to try to move the leg. Alright, so I'm just gonna, as you guys notice, I'm just kind of tapping as I go just to get that line in there. Just, you know, tap, tap, tap. This dog is going to have like every color in the world on her. Maybe the next tutorial we can do one big design with coat carving for you guys. I'm a big fan. I like doing portrait work on dogs. It's really fun. And I mean, the carving is cool too, but I love doing like really detailed designs. I would be able to be more detailed with these, but since there's so many, I kind of had to kid art them out a little bit. Right, Tekla, I'm going to have you come around this side.
Okay.
Alright.
Don't mind me just giving 15 people motion sickness all at the same time. It's a skill.
Yeah, right. Good job. So yeah. So this line's a little, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm going to go in and I'll add like shadowing and stuff. Just don't get mad at yourself, guys, when you're doing stuff like this.
It all grows back.
I get mad at myself a lot for the designs I do, especially when I'm looking at them later. I'm like, oh, God, look at that. And that's like when I go back later to add the color, I can fix most.
Stay. Good girl.
I can fix most of that. Just a sneaky little snake. That's gonna be in my head now. I'm a snake.
The next week or so.
Snake.
I'm a snippy little snake. Can I put like a mouse going towards her butt? Like a little mouse going in her butthole. The snake's like,
Could be a rat for scabbers.
Yeah, I think that's the only place that Peter Pettigrew deserves a place on a dog, is on its butthole.
Right on the butt.
Oh, God. Snakes. Gonna be the death of me.
If it was a snake, it would have bitten you in the face.
Cool, then all my troubles will be over.
Just take us all out.
Such a Slytherin thing to say. Maybe I'll just die. Alright. So I feel like our shop is like Slytherin and Hufflepuff. What a weird combo. I guess they keep us from going too dark.
But that's like Slytherin and Hufflepuff do tend to pair up.
It's
naturally.
true. And I'm goofy, like a Hufflepuff. So I'm just morbid.
And that's why they get along.
You're the sunshine to my darkness.
You're the Huffle to my
Puffle?
Puff.
Even she's laughing.
Easy.
Oh, snakes. All right.
Snape. Severus Snape.
I should have done this design first before she got wiggly.
No, you just say the hardest for last.
I know.
Lion.
Fucking lion. Lion's over there just like,
Here comes the wind.
Here comes the
Gosh, power.
oh, fuck. Caitlin,
What did I do?
why'd you have to say that?
Knock on wood.
Needless to say, if we lose power, guys, I'm not going to sit here and do this in candlelight. It's not happening. I'd be
There's a
like,
flash on the
well, I
camera."
think I'm using green. There's a flash on the camera. We'll be fine. For Halloween, we're doing a lights out tutorial. Hope everybody's getting your Halloween designs underway. Cannot wait to see what you guys all come up with. I'm very impressed with the lot of you so far. And if you want to butter me up because I'm the judge, you can send me things. I'm still not going to sway my vote, but I like free things.
You like butter?
Actually, I don't like butter. I'm vegan.
I guess so. Okay. Damn.
Vegan butter.
See?
But you can bring me free stuff. I like free stuff. Or just your wonderful little smiles. I just like when people go out of the box and are creative and come up with these new things that no one's seen before. That's like the whole point of creative. Let's fill the world with art that no one has seen. Just be out there. It's the best part, is coming up with things. I've seen some really neat stuff. All right. I totally fucked up that part, but okay. This slippery little snake. All right. I'm like, this part of him kind of looks like a poop.
A snake poop.
All right. I'm gonna maybe move this around a little different.
Stay. Hey.
Our girl's getting a little wiggly, so we're going to get through this the best we can. She's going to need a break. If anybody has any, I don't know what you'd have questions about, but I can answer it. Like, I also have a horoscope app on my phone, so we can read your horoscope or something. I don't know. Today, you're going to take a poop. And tomorrow as well. Hopefully. If not, fiber up.
You should just unplug them. Can I do
I called and I didn't get a call back.
When did you call? Yesterday.
Yeah. No,
Sad
Be
dog.
sad, doggy.
I think she might have made a little toot.
No happy tail.
Is that what you're
Fan it
saying?
away.
She's like, this snake is taking too long. I agree with her. The snake is a lot, and I kind of want to do something different with what I drew. So let's see.
Oh, she's shivering.
She cold. That's why I told you guys we're gonna get as much done as we can here, and then we're gonna get her rinsed and give her a good break. Hopefully you guys can stay for both tutorials. But the cool thing about these tutorials is they are available to you all the time. Now my brain's like beep 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 beep. Caitlin and them brought a sorting hat.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make its voice, Caitlin? Put it on in.
Its batteries are dead.
Gryffindor.
It used to talk?
Yeah. It would actually sort you. It's just a repeat audio.
I think it'd be funny if Caitlin's face, if it just kept calling you Gryffindor, you'd be like, no. I've been rewatching the movies while I was doing this, like, and I've seen them. I know all of us have seen them like 5,000 times. I usually watch Harry Potter movies at Christmas time. Not this time of year, because this time of year I'm all like, give me blood and guts. We just watched Halloween Kills again for the second time last night because my niece hadn't seen it. And there's a chick that thought she could fight Michael Myers with an iron. Because like the town goes after him and there's just a chick with an iron. And I'm like, I'm going to fight Michael Myers. He's killed like over 1,000 people. Bring in the iron. It's not even plugged in. What's that going to do? If I was going against Michael Myers, I'd want like a bazooka or something. I would go in more for the movie, but I don't want to be a spoiler alert. Literally, it's just like death. Gut, slam head into thing, exploding stuff. Dead. But they do show you Michael's face, and I'm going to let you know that Michael Myers kind of looks like Anthony Hopkins. Michael Myers is Hannibal. That is not a spoiler. You can see that on all the ads for it. I don't know if anybody here likes Rob Zombie, but I'm also going to say that I'm very pissed off that he's doing the monsters because he sucks and he puts his wife in everything and she should never be Lily Monster. I said it. It's going to be crap. Happy little key. Man, that snake was like, oh. Why does Slytherin have to be so difficult?
We're pains in the asses.
Okay. He's no fun.
Snicky little snark. This is a random star thing. It's not really supposed to be anything. It's just filler. Nothing special. And that's a dot. All right, let's go into this owl. The owl is going to be tricky because his owl is white. So I'm okay with a little bit of smudge. Caitlin, can you go down a little bit? Because I want shadowing in there. Hold on. But I will put some blue in there too to bring back out the white. Because I'm trying to keep the white, I'm not going to really get too detailed about the feathers at this moment. Just going to get the outline in there. You will also notice this happens. See the hair blobs? So you got to wipe your brush because you're going to pick up hair from the dog. Hair of the dog. I really like my life now that I don't drink. Not having hangovers is wonderful. I just watched my roommate be really hungover and I was like, man, that sucks to be you. Just looked very uncomfortable and I was all like, doop, 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 doop. I'm sure I annoyed the shit out of her because I'm so hyper and she's like,
What did you use for your rough outline?
I used a Sharpie. Caitlin, you want to grab that Sharpie and show them?
The Sharpie.
I use a thick Sharpie for my outline. All right. I go pretty quick because I've been doing this for a minute, but when you guys do these designs, just take your time. If you get tired, you can always rinse and come back. Be sure to split this up. And of course, before you do this on a paying client, you should test it. The problem with dye, once you go in, you can't go back out.
And does the Sharpie affect the dye soaking in?
No. Sharpies are surprisingly weak. Like, you can water the shampoo and they come right out. They do not stay. If you're not comfortable using a Sharpie, you can also use the OPAWZ
The OPAWZ paint pans.
paint pens. But those do make it difficult because they have that wax in them, so you can't really dye over them. You'd have to do your outline and go on the inside or the outside of the line you did. Or you can use the blow pens too. This is supposed to be Hogwarts up here. Master gave Dobby a sock.
Master has given Dobby a Glock. Dobby is thug. That will permanently live in my brain.
All right. La. Aria's like, I'm so over you guys doing this crap to me. I better get good food.
You will get some chicken.
She's like, Master has given me some chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Still want more.
My dogs didn't give me any crap about leaving because they were all asleep on my knees. So I got to sneak out without the guilt. Because that's all we need is 2 wieners in here.
Borkin.
Oh, I think I'm going to swap sides. Where's my shoe?
Excuse me.
Nice.
2 out of 10.
Oh, thanks, Caitlin. I wasn't trying to impress you with my burp.
I'm still gonna rate them.
I was kind of like, knew that had to happen. I was keeping it at a nice lower level to be considerate to those who are watching that may be offended by bodily function. It's like, who's that?
I'm pretty sure most of the people who are watching shave multiple buttholes a day.
How many?
I mean, I would hope so.
When you look at your life and you see where you've gone and how much success you had, and then your brain's like, how many dog penises have I held in my hand? Is this normal to say over 1,000? And then you get back in bed. It's a thing. Everybody knows that balls keep you from the dog's not moving around too much. Just grab the balls. They stop.
They're like, ooh.
Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, this one's fun. The face of the owl might be a little weird because she moved. But that's okay. I'm not going to be mad about it. We're just going to make it work. It's a very blobby owl. Aria was like, I don't like owls. I'm going to mess that up.
She would be scared of one.
I'm just going to try to push that out with another brush.
If this were a job for a client, what would you be charging?
A lot.
$1 billion.
A lot. My creative rate is like 80 to 90 an hour, depending on the job plus product. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know, mine, they usually end up being 800 or 900 bucks. That's what Recco was. These are usually, when I do these jobs, it's 1 or 2 days and they're pretty long. And if somebody wants this kind of stuff on their dog, they usually have the money to. Now, if it's people that are my friends and stuff, I'll give like a discount. I've had a couple of groomers that came here from far away to get me to do their dogs, and I gave them like an industry rate. I charge like $600. It's all about knowing your price. If you're doing something like this, how many people can do this? Not many. You should always charge it up. I also like if it's something I don't want to do, like Seahawks. That chick's coming in next week. Then I charge more because sports ball. That's not Seahawks green. It's supposed to be like forest green, not neon. Can you change that? Yeah, bitch. I can. Let me just get my eraser. Sorry,
Get my 40 blade out.
Lady is a lot. Luckily, I know she's not on this, and that's not very professional, Lauren, but I'm still angry. Problem with permanent dyes, if you change your mind about color, it's not my fault that it's not going to come out. Anyway, happy little thoughts. I also did, if you guys go back into the tutorials that I've done, I had a whole tutorial where I went over how to know what to charge. I have a high rate because I go pretty fast. You don't want to have a high rate and not be able to go really like in a faster level, because then the person's going to be paying like $2,000 and they're not going to want to do it. If you know you're a little slower, start, but it needs to be beyond your grooming rate. Like if this was a client, I would charge for the haircut and then I would charge for my creative that additional an hour. And I go over like things of how to get people not to, because if somebody no shows on something like this, you are screwed. It's literally like takes a lot of your day, and an average groomer should be at least making like 300 in their day slot. So what I do is I go over a consult, I order the product needed for said design, and I make the client pay for that dye. And that way, if they don't show up, I've got a bunch of product. I mean, I also own the salon, so it's a little different for me. As a groomer, you could probably do that and charge a fee. Or take a consult fee. Like, be like, here's your, I drew your concept for your design. I'm going to need $100 up front to book this appointment. These are not things that you want canceling. So, especially if you're going to do something like this. But like stated before, do not do these kind of huge things until you've done a couple of tinier things. Trying to go quick because our girl's getting tired. I want to give her a break. But I can still answer questions if you guys have any. Caddy, go back to sleep.
She's getting on the cat tree right now.
Oh. She's gained all her weight back.
She's chunky.
She needs me to give her a pink bath. Like I said, some of the line work is going to be a little... But I usually fix that with scissors, and then the color, I'm going over it. I can't imagine this is that fun to watch. I don't know. I feel like I should have come up with some good jokes. I literally have no good jokes. And the jokes I do have are not good. Or appropriate.
I'm trying to think if I haven't done Harry Potter ones, but
Should Google Harry Potter jokes. All right, guys, y'all are just watching this. Google us some Harry Potter jokes, and we'll make Tekla read them out.
make them good.
Get us some Harry Potter jokes. Come on, entertain me, people. Well, what up here doing, love? Happy tonight. I know, sweetheart. She's like, God, I thought I was going on a car ride. All right, it's gonna, once again, these straight lines. I'm gonna pull the skin. Hopefully your dog does not sit down. Beep. Well, OPAWZ gave me these things to try out for detail work. And they work good for color fill. I do like them for that, but for detail work, it can be a little difficult for beginners. So I'm still messing with those a bit. I think they're going to work really well. I just need to work with them a little bit more because I'm excited for that. I think it make everybody's life easier. They're basically like little brush pens that have like the twists, so you have the dye already filled in it. So then when you're holding it, you don't have to keep dipping in the thing. You just, which will be amazing.
Tiffany has a not Harry Potter joke, but I used to have a legless dog named Cigarette. Every morning I'd take him for a drag.
Stay.
Bring it on with the dad jokes, guys. I'm into it. I was trying to remember the inappropriate joke that everybody who did the tutorial forced me to do the other day. And I told it to my husband. He was like, God, Lauren. I was like, I thought it was funny. It was the, what did the egg say to the boiling water? It's going to take me a while to get hard. I just got laid by a chick. Right? Inappropriate.
Naughty, naughty.
She's a naughty little snake.
Oh no. Who is this?
Oh,
This isn't.
Who is that?
I have no idea. He looks like Richard Nixon with gray hair.
We're not open. Fuck you, person.
okay. Here's a Harry Potter joke. Why does Voldemort prefer Twitter over Facebook? Because he has only followers, not friends.
That's awesome. Caitlin, you want to just go run out there and... Sorry, guys, we have a stalker situation here. We're not open.
Should I just tell him to come back a different day?
Yeah, just be like, we're actually not open right now.
Oh, I made the key.
I'm like, I recognize him, but I don't know. I think he has a dog that needs a nail trim.
Sucks to suck.
If he wants to come back in like an hour, we could give it a nail trim, but I can't do it right now.
We called. Well, there was a reason we didn't answer.
I called when you guys weren't open, and nobody has called me back.
So I thought I'd just stop by.
I thought I'd stop by, and I saw that your lights were on, so I also decided it'd be cool to just stand there and look at you. I never learned to read.
Evidently, because people have a hard time reading the giant stop sign on our door.
So we have our lobby closed for COVID, but also closed just because I'm like, it's really nice.
And groomers aren't public friendly.
I just, yes, no, these girls do not know how to keep their pie holes shut when it comes to inappropriate. And literally people walk in, they're like, penis, fuck, shit, vagina. It's just not okay. But also, we don't have the people like, oh, there's my little Susie Badooby Doos. Is that my dog? Oh, is this? Oh, am I getting in y'all's way? I'm so sorry. But that's my little Mimi.
Oh, look, it's so cute. He's wiggling on your table.
Well, I was going to tell you that your dog was going to be done in 5 minutes, but now that you're here, it'll be another hour because I got to calm your dog down. What was that about?
He has a matted cat who wants to get shaved.
Oh, that's definitely not happening today.
I told him I'll give him a call tomorrow because he's one of the people that called.
At least seems like apologetic. Seems nice. It's just he's old. They just see the lights are on and they're like, "Oh, you're open."
I mean, he's like, I called and nobody answered, so I thought I'd stop by.
This is so exciting. All right, where's my jokes, people? I don't want any jokes. Come on. You're just watching. Entertain us with your humor. You also have Google. I need some really bad jokes to share on stage when I perform. Because that's what I do when Dario. The other night was so bad. I was so annoyed with the whole band. Every time I'm like, so this song is blah, blah, blah. Dario would have to tune. And then I'd be like, all right, this song is. And then Ocean would come unplugged. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to wait till they tell me they're ready. Every song. Like, even the audience was like, yeah. Yeah.
The next one. Joke.
Yeah. Is there no joke?
Oh. How does Harry Potter get rid of a rash? With quit itch.
This is read by the beautiful Tekla.
Get to hear me try to stutter through jokes.
Beep, beep. We're getting to the Gryffindor. That damn lion. It's like he looks like a nightmare. All right. How are we doing on time anyway? How long have we been doing this?
It is almost 1 o'clock.
Ooh, so we're almost there. So.
What would you call a reality show where Sirius Black adopted the Weasley children? Orange is the New Black.
Oh my god.
Ding, ding, ding. We love it. Bring it on.
Not
No!
that. Somebody calling to give us a Harry Potter.
If that's one of you on the tutorials,
Hang up now.
okay. Submit your joke through typing.
Certain somebody prank calling us during busy grooming hours.
I need to get my Catan in. Its name is Tampon. I did that once to my old staff. And my old employee was like, oh, okay, can you spell tampon? I was like, it's T-A-M. I don't know the rest, you know, tampon. And she's like, oh, okay, tampon. What's your last name? Bloody. She just entered it all. She entered it all and was like, I came back in the room and I'm like, and she's like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, did you not even get that was a joke? Like, oh. Thought for sure they'd be like, Lauren,
This is really weird.
I have dogs to groom. You're like really being obnoxious. All right, can you lift her up? We're going to do the Gryffindor. I feel like we did pretty good time for how much is on here.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna fall over.
Yeah, more.
I think it was good.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get black dye on my elbows, but that's fine. It's a lion. Roar.
How many Slytherins does it take to stir a cauldron? Just one. She puts her wand in, and it revolves around her.
Hey, man. It's easy to be self-centered when you're good.
It's not polite to discuss wands.
She's like, I'm going to pick on these Slytherins. That person's obviously not a Slytherin. It's okay. We accept that insult. It's a thing. Okay. I apologize if this lion is not up to par, but there's not a lot of space here, and you know, I'm just gonna revolve around my wand. I do like that joke. It's pretty funny. Oh, I thought I saw my car and I was like, who the who is that? Who the fuck is it now?
I'm gonna try going over there.
Yeah, you're
Get more human face than lion face.
It's gonna be this face.
I'll make that face again.
That's my sexy face. I'm gonna show off some like double chins and my boogers.
Get your O face on.
No, not appropriate. I don't have an O face.
I have an oh no face.
Oh no, you did not. All right. Sorry, Gryffindors. I'm trying the best I can to get this lion in here. He is going to be beautiful when I add color. Her leg is very little on this side. And she had a really dark patch through here. No, I didn't put it there because I don't like Gryffindor. I like Gryffindor just fine.
Just a small shoulder amount.
Just a small shoulder. It works out that we're getting towards the end because she needs a break and so do I. To plot out the color. We're going to let her run around for like an hour and then we'll come back for the color portion of our day. It's a little snitch. See, Gryffindor, you get the snitch. 150 points. All right, where's more jokes? I'm okay if inappropriate. You're groomers. I know you got something out there.
I'm using your phone to look some up.
Well, Caitlin's going to get inappropriate.
How do I work an Apple phone?
You make it look at you and then you put in my code.
There you go.
74822. Now, if anybody watching this steals my phone, they're going to know how to get on there. Whew. Also, working on this part of a dog is not always the best because it got a lot of... You get my ponytail. Sorry. The back of my head. All right. With the lion, a lot of the detail is going to be in the color, but I still think that reads as a lion, so we're good.
I must have had some Felix Felicis because I think I'm about to get lucky.
Some what?
Felix Felicis. The lucky potion.
This is more like a really bad pickup line.
It does.
That was awful. Are you looking up Harry Potter jokes?
Yeah, this one came up with puns and jokes. Are you a Dementor? You just took my breath away. What do you call a postal carrier who can speak to packages?
A parcel tongue.
my brain just cornied. Like, if you don't like these jokes, you can go to the Gryffindor.
The Gryffindor common room is to the left.
Gryffindor.
How do Death Eaters freshen their breath? With Dementos.
You're a Demento. Can we go back to making fun of doodle owners?
I don't know, that one got me. Dementos.
I own 2 doodles. Roast me.
You own Aussie Doodles.
They
have Merle coat.
purebred, super expensive, one of a kind. I spent $2 billion on them, and they're only allowed to get their haircut once a year.
They actually poop Starbucks cards. It's incredible. And Amazon gift cards, apparently.
No, those are cute little palms who forget to show up.
Ta-da! Ta-da! We have reached our outline portion of the tutorial. I will give you time for you guys. When I come back on here, I want all the jokes. All the jokes.
Homework.
All of them. All the jokes. Krista, you hear me? It's happening. So I'm going to touch up a couple of things. And then we're going to get this girl rinsed and let her have some boogie time. And us some boogie time. And then we're going to hang out with y'all again. Oh, wait, Caitlin, come down a bit. There's a line there.
A line?
I lied. We got to do one line.
Beep,
beep, beep, beep, beep, beep, beep. Exit cue music. Like, beep,
Into a definition.
beep, beep. One last line. Look, it's 2 moons. Don't get upset about it.
She's like, it tickles.
Oh.
She's like, I just need a break, guys. So yeah, guys, we'll be back on probably in like, well, less than an hour. We'll be doing some color. We're going to rinse her in cold water for a minute just so it doesn't smear. And then give her a nice warm setting after that because we are not mean. At first, it's just like, I had to do that the other day because my physical therapist said that if I go into cold water and then hot water, I will cuss a lot and also feel better. Definitely cussed a lot. All right, guys. I'll see you in a little bit.